So Gary Vee recently went on a podcast with someone that I actually know. She's super cool. Let me pull up the show. It's where is it? It was all about AI and basically the future of business in an agentic world. If you're interested in that stuff, I definitely recommend checking out. It's I don't want to mispronounce her name, but Sinead Bovell. I don't know if you've seen
You
the
definitely mispronounced her name.
oh, for sure I did.
Just kidding.
But I'll send you the link. Uh, I'll put it in the doc here.
Cool.
But it's definitely worth watching. I think Gary Vee will become a lot like more appreciated here pretty soon because I think a lot of the things that he predicted that everyone thought he was crazy for are becoming somewhat true. Yeah, I just sent it there. It's just when you have the time, just showing it to people so they can go find it if they want. I'll also include it in the description box as
Oh,
well. But yeah, it's super fascinating because he's also the eternal optimist as well, of course, but he does explain how a lot of our consumer experiences that we think are magic right now, if you think about how they could be altered, they could become like pretty radically different and potentially a lot better. As long as we do everything thoughtfully, tastefully, etc. But yeah, that's the conversation. Definitely recommend checking it out. I just added the link
cool.
to the thing. So if you guys want to check it out after this, it's in the description. But it's super interesting to think and talk about. And he basically talked about how like the fundamentals of people will remain, right? Like he said that brand will still really matter. There might be some things that you set up and you set it and forget it, right? Where the example that he gave would be you just set it so that it automatically buys something that you don't really care about. And then you would have the choice to buy something specific if you did really care about. But then that may become what social media becomes, like basically competing to be the person's repeat purchase.
Hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because
Hmm.
like, if you don't have to think about you buying your toothpaste until you convince me to make your toothpaste the one that my agent buys, it just gets set.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is great
Wow.
from a convenience standpoint, kind of terrifying, if not, right? Because we're atrophying so many abilities to make a specific decision in that moment. So it's impossible to even predict what any of this will look like. But he's also been very big on the whole voice movement for a very long time. And you've got to think that when this stuff gets good enough to the point where it can really function the way that I think people are conceiving, I do think that the peripheral will probably have to be voice focused.
Can you explain that? Like,
Yes.
what do you mean by voice focused?
So this is all like optics, eyeballs, fingers, right? Like it's physical. I think the next thing will probably be communicative through your voice,
Mm.
right? And they're all trying to build that next thing. Like what is the next phone or because we can't it's hard for us, a lot of us to who are young to remember a world before this, but it's fairly new, man.
Yeah.
Right? Like it fully took over, but that's a pretty recent thing. And so a lot of people are competing. And in fact, the guy who was one of the lead product designers for Apple was poached by OpenAI to try to solve this exact problem. And they're shipping a physical product apparently within the next like 12-ish months,
Oh, wow.
which is going to be their swing.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
going to be fascinating.
It'll be super, super interesting to see.
Yeah, because like the thing about so obviously Meta and Ray-Ban have the glasses, right? Now, the wearable thing is obviously uh an interesting conversation, and that's like the AR augmented reality conversation technically. But at the end of the day, whatever is going to allow me to interface right with the world that I want and digitally is going to
Yeah.
be the answer.
Experience will win.
Yeah. So if it is, glasses, I don't think it's gonna work because you really have to be willing to have glasses on your face.
Yeah.
So yes, the next phone is something like Meta glasses, nice. Because but it does solve the audio thing, with the voice thing, right? Because now it's here and I can just speak and it understands, it knows my voice and it knows when I'm talking to it or whatever. And I have a visual display now as
Mm.
well, potentially that I can use and see and have the heads up display inside of the glasses or through the glasses. So that's an interesting one. And it's also not intrusive in terms of, I guess it's better to have glasses on your face than something in your eyes or
It's definitely the start of it.
in
Yeah.
your head. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so many of these things that we're doing in the hands of someone great or a good person, like, okay, this could be make the world frickin' amazing, right? But there's also the opposite potential reality. Do you know what I mean? Where it opens up the can of worms for what things could be. Because we were talking about it yesterday or 2 days ago about the future of technology and what the world could look like, and potentially how that could change nation states to basically, and this would not happen quickly, but eventually it could basically be where nation states basically have to compete to give people the best experience for you to want to live there, pay taxes there, et cetera, right?
Mhm.
And in a perfect world, you're like, oh, that could be awesome. Like everyone gets the opportunity to go where they want to go. It's like, yeah, okay, but we also have to be realistic. Like that requires freedom of movement. That requires a lot of things that aren't currently fully in our control. So, yeah, it's insane to even think about how many things are moving so fast.
Hey, you made it to the end of the clip. That means you're probably enjoying this. And if so, just know that you can catch us live every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to see the full version of this episode, you can click the link in the description down below. Otherwise, YouTube thinks that you will enjoy this next.